My name is Naweed Omar. I work for the AMSA Freemantle office. I'm a marine surveyor. I do inspections on board to make sure that the vessel meets with the requirements of the international conventions like SOLAS, MARPOL. We also check whether the ships are complying with our legislation, the Navigation Act, the Marine Orders. Well, the first thing we would do is we would see whether the vessel certifications are all in order. So we would be checking all the vessel certificates, whether they are valid. All the required surveys have been done regularly. And then once we finish that, we start the physical inspection. We would start, normally everybody is different, like I start from the bridge. I look at the bridge, whether they have done the chart work properly, whether they have done the radio equipments are working, they have done the proper radio testings, and various other equipment. So once I'm out of the bridge, I look at the battery room, I look at various dampers. I want to see whether the navigation lights are in order. To be more specific, actually, we look into funnel dampers, engine room ventilators, emergency generators, lifeboat engines, and all these LSA, life-saving appliances, whichever is related to any life-saving appliances, firefighting appliances, load line appliances, like if the ship is properly secured, whether the ship can be properly secured or not. So we check in those kind of aspects. Then once I'm finished with the deck, and then we go to the engine room, we check the engine room equipment, like the pollution equipment, the MARPOL equipments, marine pollution equipments, the oily water separator, the sewage treatment plant, and also to see whether all machineries in the engine room are in working condition. We also look into the accommodation to make sure the accommodation is neat and tidy and complies with the International Labour Organization requirements. We see the provisions, the vessels have got enough provisions or not, whether the seafarers are treated well, they are being paid properly. We look into all these kind of aspects. Once we do all these things, if we are happy, we just give the captain a report. But if we have any issues, we write deficiencies. We can even detain the ships until the deficiencies have been rectified. Well, it's important for Australians, we have got a huge Australian coast. So any ships coming to our ports, we don't want them to pollute our coast, number one. Number two, we don't want to see any seafarers, any human beings having any kind of injury or death or that kind of thing. So yeah, it's personal safety, the property safety, and of course, and most importantly for Australia is the environment. So we want to ensure that they do comply, all the ships coming in Australia do comply with all the relevant conventions and requirements.